retargeting measurement in Android Privacy Sandbox will largely remain the same as today. At a high level, you'll still be able to measure CPX and ROAS based on your choice of conversion event, and easily be able to see that at the campaign level. However, as with all things, the devil is in the details, and some of the luxuries that you're used to today might not be available in Android Privacy Sandbox. The reason for this is noise. The Attribution and Reporting API, which is the Android Privacy Sandbox equivalent of SCAN, has a suite of privacy-preserving mechanisms which adds little bits of noise into your data. You'll still be able to measure your performance at the campaign level and probably at the ad group level. But if you start getting down to creative, it might get a little bit shaky. And this is the same as you go down into geo or any other dimension that you might be looking at. This is because of cardinality and the way that adding dimensions reduces the number of conversions per bucket. So if you have a little bit of noise and a little bit of signal, then that noise to signal ratio can be high. But if you have a little bit of noise and a lot of signal, then it's not really a problem. So when you have large buckets of data and very low dimensionality, no problems. But as you start to break that down further and further, the noise becomes more problematic. While the noise in Android Privacy Sandbox is comparable to SCAN, the key difference is in the type of events that you can measure. In Android Privacy Sandbox, you'll be able to nominate whichever event you want to be your conversion event, and you'll get your CPX and ROAS-based metrics accordingly. Comparing that to SCAN, and only since SCAN 5, you can measure just re-engagements. However, without the targeting capabilities that I mentioned in the previous video that Android Privacy Sandbox affords, these re-engagement measures in SCAN will be little more than giving you an idea of how much of your UA budget is getting swallowed up by targeting users that you've actually already had in your app. And finally, where you go to get your reporting results should stay the same. Of course, we expect these reports to change a little bit to indicate the noise and maybe limitations on the cardinality. However, you'll still be able to go to your MMP or DSP or whichever networks you're working with, and they'll be able to show you the results of your campaigns in their existing dashboards. So from a retargeting perspective, segmentation functionality will largely remain the same, and retargeting measurement is possible, albeit with a little bit of noise. But what can advertisers do right now to start getting ready for the transition to Android Privacy Sandbox? This is something I'll be discussing in an upcoming video.